Okay, so this is just being a quick video. This is the mini art building I've been playing with. So I've just basically started it. So I actually put a 2mm foam board on the bottom. Gives it a bit more rigidity. Doesn't make it so flexible. So basically, all I've done with this is I've undercoated in black. I give it a bit of a grey colour on the cobblestones. I painted this area with brown, give it a coat of green over there just to, you can still see a bit of brown coming through, and then I coated a bit of grey and everything over the top of these, and then I've painted the bricks a red colour type, which was just an acrylic, and I actually mixed it up with some water and some IPA and a bit of other things, and it actually sprayed probably as well as the big paint spray, which was pretty crappy, but it sprayed on there. So I've got a bit of tape where the actual house will mount so that I can get a good seal when I actually glue it on there. So I'll be doing static grass on here, so I might do a little video thing when I actually use the static grass applicator I made to put the static grass on. And haven't decided exactly how much we're going to put there, and I'll be putting a tree there as well. And then I have the fence all made up. So I spent a bit of time on putting the gaps and chips and what have you in the wood, and then getting it all set up. And then on the back of it, because the back was all hollow, I actually used a plastic putty filler and filled up the back of the fence to give it a bit of body, and then put a few scrapes and scratches and what have you in it. So that's basic. I've undercoated that, put some brown on it, then I thought I was giving it a really low coat of grey, but obviously the light that I was in didn't look like it was covering it, but it has covered it, so I'll be putting a bit more weathering detail on that to get that done. And it's got a bit of tiny green down the bottom, which is sort of very invisible, but I'll be putting a bit of lichen and green moss and what have you around the fence to show that it's a bit wet. And then that'll be sitting on there like that, next to the house. So the mini art kit doesn't really go together that well. This fence actually sticks over the side a bit, and then with the house, when you put the house on, it's right up on this side, but it's got a big gap on this side. So, but that's just the way it is, I suppose. So I've got the door that I've been doing as well. So again, I've only just got a light cover coat over there. I'll be putting hinges and rust and putting a bit of weathering on the door, and I might try some chipping and put some paint on there and scrape some of the paint off. And it's a little window that'll go into the house, and I'll be putting some clear sellotape over the back of that. So, and this is the house. It's taped up at the moment because I decided I'd spray this red brick with the same red I sprayed on there, which is that acrylic. So, and then I've left that on there, so I'm going to pick out the different bricks in slightly different colours, then pull it off, and then I'll be painting the outside walls, I don't know, a yellow or blue or some other colour. And the inside I've just painted the basic grey just to give it a look, and I just think it looks pretty crappy leaving the back open, so I was going to cover it, but if I decide to leave it open, I've got some square balsa I'm going to put in here and make some rafters going up through here, and then stain them so that they look like, at least they look like there's a wood structure holding the roof up inside. So it's not coming up too bad, so once I get all those bricks done, and then I've spent a lot of time cleaning up this roof and cutting all the little edges through here for the tiles, which I won't undo at the moment, but you may or may not be able to see the actual where the gaps are. And then I'll do something with the roof a bit because it's just got black undercoat on it at the moment, and the tiles, and I'll do a bit of work there. Then once I've done that, I'll weather it all, stick that on the base, and see how that all comes up. But I was even thinking of putting this little Jeep or something like that on there, so, and then the motorbike over this side just to give it as if they're stopped by the barn and they've got a roadblock or something happening. Put some barrels or some supplies along here as well. So don't know yet exactly. So but that'll sort of get done around abouts whenever it gets done. So I said I'm just doing this because I've had it sitting around for a while, and I thought something easy to put together and nothing too drastic. So, and I can experiment with my tree over here, which I'll be using. Don't have it with me at the moment, but I've got some tree material. I put some green grass and that on it just to give it a greenish look, and do a few other bits and pieces on the road. But anyway, that's just where that's up to. So I don't know how far I'll get with this one, but we'll do another video when I'm further along and decide what I'm going to do with it. Thanks.